Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. It's a Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means we get a little bit of AEW Dynamite tonight. We're going to jump into it. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into as we head towards All Out. It's going to be a crazy show. Make sure you get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Like, share, subscribe. Do all the things and make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Dynamite tonight. What will happen? What does TK have in store? But as always, we start Wednesday with all the hope, all the excitement. We want a good show. We need a good show. Will it be a good show? We're going to find out. We're going to find out together, folks. We will be here all night long. We will be the live reaction to all the action, and it's going to be a fun one. I see that chat filling up already. We want to see triple digits in the chat, so make sure you hit like, make sure you hit those little reaction buttons, and share our link anywhere you talk about wrestling. Email family members, go to Discords, go everywhere, and let them know about the Wrestling for Life Network. But it's going to be a fun one, and for the next couple hours, you're stuck with me. And who is me? Well, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Happy to be back at it again. And as always, like I said already, Wednesdays. Nothing but hope. We want a good show. We want an exciting show. We want a fun show. And we will talk about the card. Before I say hello to the people, keep bumping up that chat. And again, click all those buttons and be a part of the family. Be a part of the shows. As I'm just about to tweak something real quick. But with all that being said, what do we have tonight? Well, Dynamite's got all the fun stuff, as always. Shout out to Spaz, Mega, and C Money, top 3 from last night. So there you go. That's your little crown. The more you chat, the more points you get. So make sure you get in that chat and get all your points, as we have. We will call you out every single night for that as well. But what is happening tonight? What is on the show? What are we going to dive into? And again, what is going to keep our interest? And you guys can give me your 2 cents, as we do have a poll right up right now. What's it looking like? 52% of the chat, 50-50 almost, happy or not happy about last week. So we will see how that goes. But right now there is a poll up for that. And we will get your 2 cents on how you feel about the card today as we continue to build for All Out, or at least we assume we're going to build for All Out. Lots going on this card. It's crazy. I'm not sure how I feel about all of it, but we were definitely going to talk about it. We got a tag match, as we talked about this already this week. Emmy is back. She's going to team up with Sasha Mercedes Moné, taking on Alex Windsor, and Rio. Yeah, it's Rio. Not Miho, Riho. But yeah, this is, again, it is what it is. They booked it. The Rio is going to get a shot at the title. Alex Windsor kind of jumped the line. Now Riho's jumping the line. We're not building anything up in this women's division at all. We're just throwing matches together and c'est la vie. And that's what this feels like. I don't know the last time we saw Emi Sakura on AEW television. I know the last time I saw her, I hoped it was the last time I saw her, and yet here she is. So not Deanna, not more Megan Payne, not more building, not a Willow, not a Stat. No, we got we got Emmy and Riho. The women's division in AEW was saved. I mean, you look at how NXT went off the air last night, folks. Rhea Ripley shows up. Vakura shows up. Tiffy Time shows up. Fatal Influences in the ring. Women up and down the card. And this is what we're being offered in the other direction. It's not good enough. It's not enough. Again, this is Tony Khan's booking getting in the way of a good show. And if anyone out there is excited for this match, by all means, let me know. But what are you excited about? Why would you be excited about it? I don't know. We're doing another money match. We're doing another money match. As all the faces on the screen you see there, there's a list. Brody King, Hobbs, the Ops are involved, Death Riders, Young Bucks, another multiple man match. To me, this is the laziest, shittiest booking, and it's constant. It's been this way for weeks. It's been this way for months. And I know I said I was going to start tonight off with hope, but let's be real. For all the diehards out there, for all the sickos out there, what are we doing? Where's the good story? Where's the exciting shit? Rumor is Eddie Kingston's coming back tonight. We will talk about that as well. But my God, what are we doing? And why are we having money matches for nothing? Somebody online told me, just stop watching. What do you mean stop watching? Start booking. I don't get it. I don't get it. If you get it, let me know what you get that I don't get. But I don't get this at all. I don't understand it. I don't know why they're doing it. I'm sick of these 10-man matches. It's going to look, I'm literally going to create side by side of the actual repetition. People talk about wrestling sometimes repetitive and, oh, I can't believe they booked this again. And, oh, I can't believe, the MFT is kicking everyone's ass again, or the Vision. But again, at least there's purpose behind it. What is the fucking point? And if this is all building towards some type of blood and guts, well, we just had a 10-man lights out tag match on a pay-per-view. To do another one would be fucking stupid. Period. That's it. I don't get it. I want to be excited. I am not excited. I don't care for the Bucks. And I get it. Their little shtick is cute, but it means nothing. They have no rivals. There's no story. It's just them doing stuff. It's very pop-up book writing. But to continually throw these matches together, it's just fucking lazy. Lazy, Tony Khan. Lazy. And I know lazy booking someone else's gimmick, but this is lazy. It is absolutely bullshit. Every week there's multi-men and multi-women matches. I don't know. Shelton and Ricochet are also going to fight. This should be a fun match, and they're actually building towards All Out. I like this. I'm good with this. I'm okay with it. Got no problem with it. Way better than the other booking. It's a one-on-one match. I know it's probably going to be clustery, but this is what they're going to do. We have a 10-man tag, and shit's going to be everywhere. Then we're finally going to get a one-on-one match, and shit's going to be everywhere. People are going to be running out. I don't know. I hope Ricochet gets the W here to help build the story, but we will see. Tony Storm taking on Sky in a Philly street fight. Why? Anybody? Somebody? Again, Sky Blue might be a good young wrestler, might have potential, never going to meet it, never going to hit it doing what she's doing now. Tony has no story, no angle, no excitement, no buzz. They book Sasha like she's the world champion, and we're going to get a Philly street fight. Why? Because it's easy, because it's lazy, because we can just fucking do it and screw it. That's what's happening. That's what's happening here with Tony Storm. Your women's world champion. Again, there is no company that books women's wrestling worse than AEW. And I will fight tooth and nail day in and day out about that point. They book their women like shit. I don't get what we're doing here. I don't like it. It's not enough. Tony is a star, but as we've seen, TK can put out a star very quick. Josh Alexander, who can absolutely wrestle, taking on the champ. So here comes a W for the champ as Josh Alexander continues to take L's. I saw Josh Alexander wrestle TJP on Friday, live and in person. They tore down the house. What a great match. And all I said to a very big AEW fan sitting next to me, If only they would book him on TV to do what we just saw. We could get really good matches from Josh Alexander. Do you not agree? Maybe you disagree. Maybe you don't like Josh. Josh can absolutely fucking wrestle. This is a guy that should be in things. This is a guy that should be booked, and he's just not. And every time he is booked, he takes it out. I think he got a pinfall during an 8-man tag for no reason. Didn't build anything. Tony just signs names to sign him, to say, look what I got. Doesn't mean he has a plan. Doesn't mean they're going to be booked appropriately. Just another guy, right? Just another guy. But that is the gist of the card here tonight, folks, as we roll through. I am going to say hello to the people as I got about 4 minutes. And as always on a Wednesday, I'm behind. I'm behind again. But let's go. Zach, National TV Dinner Day. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out. What's your favorite TV dinner? Eric, welcome back. Welcome back. There are 2 women's matches on Dynamite tonight. Where's Sheeta, Deanna, Tea? We finally get more than one women's match, and it's less than desirable. So that's a problem. But I agree with you. I agree with you, Eric. Welcome back. Kevin, good to see you. I wanted to read this one real quick. I missed you guys. Was in the hospital for a little bit. Check your hearts, fellas. Sneaky little buggers. Hashtag Wrestling for Life Network and hashtag WFU. AD and AZ, one of the regulars on the channel. In that chat. We appreciate you, AD. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you're doing well. We say it all the time. Go to your doctors. Get checked out. Stay ahead of it. It's hard. It's hard to, always do all the healthy things and avoid the unhealthy. But as you get older, you got to start taking care of that heart and make sure you're feeling good. So hopefully you're on the mend, AD. Shout out, thoughts and prayers. Hope you're feeling better. And nothing but love. Nick saying, happy National Eddie Kingston Day. The mechanic might be back tonight. I don't know. We'll see how this all ties in. Does it matter? Does he look good? Can he wrestle? What are they going to do with Eddie Kingston? Will he be just another meh? Who cares? What's up, Dan? How you doing? Brody King, Bandito, the Ops, and the versus the Death Riders talked on that. Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe. As the time ticks away, Clay Lewis, welcome back. Sean Reed, welcome back. Big Dog, I see ya. Josh, I see ya. Let's go. Denisha, how you doing? C Money. Looking forward to the 500 peso 10-man tag match. I care so much about how much these guys make per match. It's an important than booking a coherent story. Love it. Love the sarcasm. And again, I got the exact same sentiment. Like, you guys get paid. You guys get a paycheck. What happened? Like, why? Why are we doing it? Why is it happening? What are you trying to accomplish? And again, it's just laziness. They said it's taking the time to sit down and map out an actual storyline. They just throw shit together, throw more shit together. Here's more shit. And again, it's not getting them anywhere. The ratings, the numbers, the ticket sales, and I know the fans out there don't want to hear it, but the truth is the truth. The analytics are bad. They're bad because of booking like this. What's up, Tanisha? Richard, good to see ya. Welcome, Mega. Got you. Yes, T's and P's, and I might make a comment about that as we move forward here. But I got to get through the chat. I will remind everybody this is not a channel for politics, but nothing but love here. Ricochet versus Shelton sounds interesting. Should be a hell of a match. I like what Ricochet can do in the ring. I like what Shelton can do in the ring. They're building towards a match. I like it. I do not need to see Sky Blue in a no DQ match. Exactly. And again, I don't know that their rivalry warrants a no DQ match. But this is Tony Khan. And the certain people out there don't seem to give a fuck if there's a rhyme or a reason for any of this. None. They just put, okay, it's so cool. But here we go. If you want to sync up, folks, I got a live shot of the crowd, the Philadelphia bar up on the top right, and we are set to go back into 2300. Also, real quick, WrestleMania apparently got leaked. That WrestleMania is going to Saudi Arabia as, is that who I think it is? Oh, yeah, Bryan Danielson on commentary. How do we feel about that, ladies and gentlemen? We have 3 people on commentary. Now we have 4, I believe. That's how they're going to do this. Danielson coming to commentary. Emi Sakura is obviously taking the pin. You would think that's obvious, and it should be, Richard. But this match shouldn't be booked. Shouldn't be booked. You have so much female talent, and the terror that is Mercedes Moné continues to rip apart the AEW's women's division, just burying everyone left, right, and center. And the only woman that Mercedes hasn't buried is Tony, because Tony was too big. Ken, how you doing? Mega, we got you. Z-Man, welcome back. Richard, ain't an indictment. That's a lot of stuff. An indictment that AEW is booking champ for champ this early. Is Fletcher the only heel they have available for Hangman? We know he's not. And this has all been the messy stuff of MJF wants Hangman. Hangman wants MJF. Hangman also wants members of the Death Riders. Hangman also wants Fletcher. And Callis is fucking with everything. And MJF wants the title, but he's going to fuck with Mark. And it's been scrambled eggs around all of this. Fletcher's a good, talented kid. Should give us a good match. And here comes Hangman to open this one up. So we're going to get Hangman Josh Alexander out the gate here tonight. I will close the poll that more people were happy than unhappy with the show. Though it was about a 50-50 with the audience in the chat. That's crazy. But who wins this one? Hangman or Joshy? Let's go. There you go. Poll is up. Z-Man got you. C-Money got you. Dennis Hodge, welcome back. Bash 8, welcome back. Brian Alvarez said that Mox was a babyface all along in the beginning of the Death Rider storyline. Alvarez is an idiot. That's all I can say. If that's truly how he feels, then, again, this is why you stop following the Wrestling Observer. Stop listening to the Wrestling Observer. Get rid of the Wrestling Observer. If Brian Alvarez thinks that Moxie was trying to be a babyface from day one, then he hasn't been watching the same programming, and there's a huge disconnect. That's the guy that people are paying for their opinion. Between him and Uncle Dave, lost cause. Wardlow is snake bitten again, apparently out forever. I hate to see it. He's a young man, and all he did was beat up Bibbins. It's unfortunate. What's up, Mega? Got you several times. Vance, how you doing? Bradley, how's it going? Bear, welcome back. How are you, sir? Hope you're feeling well. Big Dog, always a pleasure. I'd give you my 2 cents, KJ, but I had to use them on a parking meter. They still have parking meters? That's crazy. AEW is doing another All-Star tag, but it's now for money. Grade, LOL, Christ on a cracker. As we are off and running, crowd's full of energy here tonight, and we are throwing punches. Hangman, Josh Alexander. Welcome back there. Good to see you. Riho against Mercedes. Screams filler. It feels like bathroom break. It feels like who cares? Is anybody like Rio's going to be the one? And should Rio be the one? With all the talent you have on your roster, Rio's going to be the one. I don't get it. And folks, I'm trying to find the good. I'm trying to find the good in that. But it's fucking bad. It's so bad. You can jump the line. Let's go. Disney all over again. Jose, welcome back. Let's go. I see the shout outs. Yeah, I don't care. Klaatu has arrived. What's up, Klaatu? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Always a pleasure. Dennis, we got you. Mega, Bradley, how you doing? The giver of gifts, how you doing? Welcome back. Klaatu, we got you. Bear, Bradley, Jose. Jerome's in the house. Jose. Jordan's in the house. Welcome, Jordan. Good to see ya. Hangman in control. The crowd is loud. Bonkers, how you doing? Jake, the original tribal chief, welcome back. Dun, 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 dun. Kiwan, always a pleasure. Bonkers, always a pleasure as well. Kevin, welcome. Wesley, good to see ya. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm making quick time. 80 and AZ. Let's go. Let's go. We with you, buddy. You're never alone. We got your back. Hope you're feeling better soon. Kiwan, got you. Frankie, always a pleasure. Had some old school white rhino last week. It was a lovely bet. I bet, sir. AR1 in the house. As Josh now in control. Hangman on the apron. Josh back into the ring. Jason, always good to see ya. Anthony, good to see ya. Anthony, we're back. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 316. Lacey Lane wrestled on tonight's Ring of Honor, taping ahead of AEW Dynamite. Cool. Lowen, how are you doing? How you doing? Wardlow's tight suit tore his pec. And maybe that's what it is, man. A lot of talk about the fact that maybe, Josh reversing on the outside, grabs an ankle. The ref just waving his arms, doing nothing. And Hangman, the clothesline up over the guardrail. On to the people. Statlander Ishida should take the title off Monet. Well, now we're all over the place with Statlander. Heel, babyface, heel, babyface, heel, babyface again. I don't know. It's all over the place. Hope Shinsuke. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it, but you never know. Mr. New, welcome back. As my only Canadian connection, what's happening in Alberta and why is it all over my feed? That's a wonderful question. I don't know. But what is happening in Alberta? Let me see. What I miss? Oh, it's yeah, I think that's the big news. But yeah, try not to pay attention. But I do believe the teachers have gone on strike. I think that's what it is. You let me know if I missed something. But again, the political climate as such is I don't give a fuck. Here we are for some wrestling. Shout it out, shout it out. Show. I'm with you, buddy. Let's go. Dennis, welcome back. Gilbert would pin Josh. Everybody pins Josh. Philip, how you doing, buddy? I'd rather have Danielson and than Excalibur on commentary. The unfortunate part is we have to get them all because Tony will never get rid of his little buddy Excalibur, his little yappy chihuahua. The lucha from Michigan sucks at his job, but his boss loves him. So there you go. There you go. Not much. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate the love. Are we doing AAA this Friday? Yes, we are. So we're doing SmackDown at 7:30 our normal time. And then we are staying around to do AAA Worlds Collide live from Vegas. Starts at 10 p.m. So right at the end of SmackDown, AAA will begin. And we will be here live for AAA. I do believe this Sunday, we will be here for a members-only chat. We will set that up, and you will see that pop up. Make sure you click that little bell, and you don't miss a thing. But members only on Sunday. Tomorrow, we bring back the Dirt Sheet debate. We haven't done it in a while. Basically, the same shit we always do, except we are timed. So we have a time limit to what we can argue. Nick and I will go head-to-head a little bit on some of the topics, and we will get through them all. Yeah, we'll have a certain amount of time on the clock. We got to get our points across in and out. You guys get to chime in and let us know how you feel about the topics that come up. It's all the hot topics in wrestling, and we'll cover them all. So let's go. Philip, we got you. Richard, Christian, might be a new Christian, maybe an old Christian. Which match are people more excited for All Out? As it stands right now, I mean, from a standpoint of, I think it's going to be kind of fun and the crowd's going to be into it. Edge and Christian versus FTR shall be good, I hope. Outside of that, I mean, I don't want to see Darby versus Moxley. I honestly don't care. And people can say whatever they want about my opinion on that. I don't much care for anything involving John Moxley anymore. Every match is a stipulation match. Every match is the same. Every match, you take a guy that can't wrestle, that uses gimmicks and bleeding to cover up the fact that he can't wrestle. MJF versus Mark Briscoe should tear it down. Tony Storm in a fatal four-way, I don't much care about. If she loses their title in this match, I'll be very disappointed. There was no real build or excitement for this match. So, outside of that, nothing. I mean, that's where we stand right now. The Hurt Syndicate against Ricochet and GOA should be all right. So, most looking forward to, if they make Hangman Fletcher an official, that would be number one. I don't care about Mercedes and Riho. MJF Mark Briscoe's gonna cook. Danielson versus Excalibur. Loser leaves commentary table. I'm in. Let's go. I'm in. Fuck all out. We'll be here live. I'll be late to the party on Friday. I have to work. Oh, boo, boo, boo. Mo King of the Wing. It's coming soon. We actually have October 2nd. We might have a special edition of Wing of the Ring. We might mix it up due to the Halloween season and try and have a little bit of fun with it. But the Wing of the Ring is still coming back. Again, there's so many pay-per-views, so many extra shows. It's hard to get in the extra stuff. But Wrestling Court still exists. The interviews still exist. Dirt Sheet Debate. And, of course, I feel like I'm missing one of our shows. But they're all there. We try and cycle them in as much as we can. So stay tuned. We got more coming your way ASAP. I just don't love Darby coffin matches because you know what it's going to be. I think there's nothing that's going to happen in this Darby match that excites us any more than anything else. Like, we've seen it. We've been there. We've done that. He's going to stab him with something. They're going to do stupid shit. Darby's going to jump through glass and fall on spikes. And I'm just desensitized to it all. Maybe. Hangman's a beast. Hangman's off to a good start here, but Josh in control right now. Takeshita should be the one to dethrone Okada. He turns face, defeats Okada. I like it, Christian, and I think you have an opportunity that he goes after Okada, pushes himself away. You got to get some of these wrestlers away from Don Callis, and you could use the Callis family to build up the superstar that is Takeshita. Right? Every week he's outnumbered. Every week he's got to overcome the odds. And he works his way up, works his way through it. And then when he turns on the champion because he wants a title match, you believe he can do it. That's it. Simple, guys. All Out or WrestlePalooza. Both. We are going to be here live, both. We start at 1 p.m. on the 20th, and we don't know when we're going to stop. But we will watch both. We will be here for both. And we will break down who wins the day. I'm a fan of Josh, but his time in AEW so far has been it's been bad, Dan. It's been bad. And like I said, I recently saw Josh live. The guy can wrestle his ass off. Big fan of him on the indies. He's the MLP, the Maple Leaf Pro Canadian champion for a reason. This is a guy, when you sign him, it's like, oh my God, you can bring in a guy that makes a really big impact, and he just hasn't. And that's on the booking. Nobody feels special because Tony's worried about making other people's feelings hurt. He's so worried that if he brings in a new guy or girl and over pushes them, people will get pouty. So everybody is on an even plane. There is no hierarchy in AEW. There is no levels to it. It's everybody has 15-minute matches. Everybody has competitive matches. Nobody has a quick match. Nobody has, a great advantage. Every match goes the limit. Doesn't matter where you're ranked or where you mentally are ranked through the show. It's just same shit. This match is great. Great start to the show. Goes for the suplex. Hangman lands it. Discus blocked. And an exploder into the guardrail. I feel we only get Josh at 80% in these matches. I guess because he knows he's losing. Maybe. Or it's the limit of the people he's wrestling against. Hey, I'd like to do this. No, let's not do that. Again, tomorrow at 4 p.m., you will see Josh Alexander versus TJP. TJP, if you guys don't remember, former 205 champion. Yeah, I mean, I highly recommend this match because you'll see Josh can go. Very technical, very savvy in the ring. He owned TNA for a long, long time. And it just, to me, I know he's come out recently and said, you know, I chose AEW for my reasons, and that's all the power to him. He's earned that right. I just wish it meant he felt important, and he doesn't. You haven't missed anything so far, Brian. As we have Hangman, we have Josh Alexander one-on-one, 15 minutes into the show. And this is where I think you would be better off, and you guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Would this not be better if you gave your champion a lower mid-card guy, like say a Wheeler Yuta or maybe a Danny Garcia, somebody that doesn't really matter, and you give him a pretty convincing win, a short, convincing win, maybe not a full-blown squash, but almost a squash, and then you can use whatever happens within that confine to run your storyline. But now he's going 15 strong with Josh, who has 0 wins in AEW, and pushing the champion to the limit. When the champion has to fight Fletcher, when the champion has to fight MJF, well, fuck, if this guy's going to run him to the limit, anybody will, won't they? Finally ordered a t-shirt with the cotton candy tie-dye number, wear it loud and wear it proud. Let's go, Klaatu. Glad you did. Happy to hear that. It's weird to make your signings. I truly believe that it's because Tony Khan is petrified of hurting feelings in AEW's locker room. You can quote me on that and spread the word. Just like everyone does for Meltzer, that's what we'll do here. Just take our shit and act like it's a real quote. Sources say, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But that's what it feels like, that Tony Khan is so worried about feelings. When FTR came in, it got fumbled and bumbled and bobbled. Didn't want to hurt feelings. Even when Punk came in, he didn't go straight to the top. He had to fight guys like Lee Moriarty. Like, I don't get it. This is a great match. Like, as a booker, to not understand that you're just giving a championship-esque match away for nothing. It's crazy. And if you're out there right now and you're one of the sickos who love AEW, I'm an AEW guy, AEW's the best, that's allowed. That's allowed. But then doesn't that make you more mad to see how good Josh is? And then you realize, holy shit, they never booked this guy. And when they book him, he's a jobber. Why don't they book him more? He's taking our champion to the limit. Because everything's done with tunnel vision. We do this, and it has no impact or no plan, big picture. It's just, this is going to be really cool. This is an outstanding match. Great start to Dynamite. As much as I'm complaining, it's a really good match. Evening, Brian. Goldberg should go all elite. Yeah, I don't think, big dog. I would love it. I've been begging for it. But my God, you think CM Punk had problems? Could you imagine Goldberg walking down the hallway of an AEW locker room? Woo! Hangman to the top. Big moonsault. Down goes Josh. The crowd is buzzing. Callis distracts the ref. And a shitty discus punch by Hangman knocking down Lance. There goes Rocky, also missing Lance. So Lance taking damage, but not from much. Good match. Yeah, we got to work on that. The referees need some instructions. Josh gets hung up over, buckshot. Down goes Alexander. It's over. Adam Page gets the win, and the Callis family continues to be ineffective as Josh takes another pin here in AEW, and Callis even though he has 9, 10, 11, 12, 45 men in his faction, in his family, they continue to suck and they mean nothing. But the good news, who wants the good news? The good news is it was a really good match. Unnecessarily good. The Jackal, oof. Now, who's going to come out or Hangman's going to grab a mic? We have a good match. We can't go home. We got to do this. But I will admit, Philly has been on their feet for a lot of what we got here so far tonight. What's up, Rance? Hangman versus Okada on Collision. Why? Is that happening? Ugh. It's all, Hangman beats up all Fletcher's friends. But you don't see Fletcher. Like, why wasn't Fletcher around? Oh, man, you missed Good Days when it started. You could yell. Cody booked a lot of the show. You could tell that Cody booked a lot of the show, and it felt spontaneous and fun. Now the shows feel like slugs. They do. And again, it goes back to my whole thing of, like, I'm a big fan of clip shows. Like, you talk about, like, a ridiculousness style show. I think those shows are great, but they never are must see. And even those have a shelf life. There's only so many seasons. And I think fucking Rob's up to like season 42 or some shit. But there's only so many times you can watch chaos without a story attached to it. Movies with a story or something coming up that looks interesting. That pulls you in. That becomes must see. But clip shows are just fun to check out. And that's what this show is. One giant clip show. As Hangman talking shit, and here comes Fletcher with Callis. So Callis goes in and back out. Just dumb. Both men made it back. I'm sure I read somewhere when Josh was making his decision, it was to do with the money to secure his family future, which is fair enough. You cannot blame him. Listen, if the WWE is offering you $500,000 a year, just say, and you got to work X amount of dates and da-da-da. You got to be in Florida, da-da-da. But AEW says to you, we'll give you $1 million. We'll give you double. And you go onto our main show. You work twice, maybe 3 times a month. You can still do your indie dates and you can stay at home. How could you say no to that? I don't fault anybody for choosing that. And it's easy for our armchair quarterbacks to go, oh, that's crazy. Don't you want, I don't know, man, a truckload of money. It's hard to turn down. And most of us can say whatever we want because we don't have that truck backing up to our door. Okay. Good match, but Josh gets nothing out of it. Nothing. Sorry, Cherokee George. Don't be sorry. Spread it and forget it. Pause. Britt Baker, WWE or TNA. I don't know, Alan. It just might be the dental office. This is basically a pay-per-view match without stakes. Yeah, it's a wasted match. If you're going to go after Fletcher's henchman, give him Ricky and have him go 5 minutes and look strong. Don't have him go 15 minutes and barely get a win. It's just psychology, basics. People are going to say what they say. What do you mean Josh is buried? He is in a championship match, right? I don't even think that was for the belt, to be honest. This was a dream match of mine when Josh joined AEW, but no build has let me down with it. Unfortunately, it's a throwaway. Brian, it's just a throwaway. That becomes the issue. Goldberg, I'm down, Anthony. I've been saying this. I'm down. That to me is win-win. Goldberg retires, runs amok in AEW, and there's a chance, Jericho gets caught in the mix. Here's Fletcher. So this segment now is 25 minutes of the opening of the show. Now, recently we talked about, Roman Reigns opens a pay-per-view and that whole situation goes 50 minutes. But it's the level of how compelled are you by the time that they're spending, right? We're 25 minutes into this show. You could have had a 5-minute match and then got to this and then moved on. But now we got a long-winded promo after a long match. Saving grace is Philly seems to be somewhat into it. Spaz with the $5 super chat. KJ, I know I'm biased, but for him to have that match with Josh, who's great, and then get on the mic full of piss and vinegar again, all of it makes look Josh weak. Josh had backup. Josh had Callis, Ricky, Lance Archer, all at ringside. The Callis family doesn't make your baby faces look good because they're so shit. Is that fair? Is that a fair assessment? AEW pays. That's it. And again, if you're in your head, especially if you're young, if you're MJF, Tony's going to give me $5 million a year for 3 years. So when that contract's up, I'm not 30 yet, and I've already put 15 mil in the bank. Genius, right? I ultimately think it's going to be funny when Mercedes goes back, right? She works her contract, gets Tony to scoop up all these titles for her, gets to brag, gets the payoff, and then goes back. And she will. We know Hangman is going to win, so just give us the MJF contract. Again, I don't know why this MJF contracting is so muddled, so mucky. They had it. MJF gets baited into burying his contract against Hangman. Hangman beats MJF. We move on. MJF fights Mark Briscoe. Hangman goes on to Fletcher. But it's still this tangled web of bullshit. Some of the money marks, like my local Fed, gets former WWE guys every month. You string together 10 to 20 of those a month, and I don't doubt some of these guys make more than main roster for sure. Again, I mean, you see it. Not to count like the ones out there doing all the meet and greets and selling their own merch and getting 100%. I saw the Good Brothers, and that's what they were doing. They were hustling hard. Again, their own T-shirts, their own toys, their own products that they're making bank on. This is still going. True or false? This is keeping my attention. What do you think? Gotcha. There you go. Fletcher got me watching. Let's go. She isn't going back to the WWE. If she does, she'll be the biggest hypocrite aside from Punk going to Saudi. Yeah. Hold on tight. Watch when her contract comes up. Again, if you can get a money mark to overpay you for a handful of years and then sell off into the sunset, again, it's not about hypocrisy, it's about business. And people got to let go of this whole Punk's a hypocrite. Again, he already addressed it. You got to let the past go, guys. I know some people don't like letting the past go. You got to let it go. Again, we've moved on. We're going to get Mania in Saudi, just the way it is. And again, anybody wants to throw that bullshit, we want to talk about hypocrisy. Anybody out there talking about this Saudi blood money, XX, blah, 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 blah. Again, just look at the country you live in before you ask any questions of other countries. I couldn't get this program after Fletcher defended his title a few more times, not after his second defense. And I don't know why they're running title versus title when you could do something exciting for the TNT title. I have no idea. Jose. I don't know. They're about to make it official. If we didn't already know, but this is bullshit. We are now 30 minutes into the show, and you took all the energy from a really good match, has come out of the building in a lot of ways. Again, here's what I would have done. Hangman comes out for his match. The music comes on. Fletcher comes out, says some shit. You make it quick, you make it short, and you get the kind of lock in. Fletcher's going to fight Hangman at the pay-per-view. Great, done. Then you do the Josh Alexander match. You have, Fletcher at ringside with Callis and friends. And maybe Josh gets a win, which is a nice win over a champion, with help from Fletcher to help set up the match for the pay-per-view. But that's just me, folks. Maybe I see things differently. WWE's version of the North American Chelsea, Ethan Page, Josh, Jade, Northern Light. I'm all for it. I'm all for it, Jason. Geekbox, how you doing, buddy? Hope you are well, sir. Everybody's second favorite box. As we are just looking at the commentary team going back to Collision from last Saturday. But hope you're well, sir. Go check out Geekbox, bringing the community together, plus lots of other fun content. Go check out our family as far as Geekbox out there. Go give them a click, go give them a check, and give them some love from us. He's not supposed to. There you go. There you go. I love this. She has creative control here, and she won't have the same power in WWE. Oh no, I'm sure I'll have Sap going, yeah, joke. So I agree with you, my friend. I do think that this whole, again, semantics. I know Sappy out there wants to play the cement. She doesn't have control. She just does whatever she wants, how she wants. That's not control. That's a choice. Shut the fuck up. Stupid. He's stupid. And if he doesn't like you, he'll show up in your DMs. So you don't have to guess. He'll flex. He's tough. But all that being said, yeah, I mean, things change though. And I mean, we're even talking about Jericho possibly going back. Do I think she's going to run back there? No. Do I think in a few years when her contract comes up, does Tony throw more money at her to keep her? Probably. It all depends on where you're at. And again, the one thing she has to realize, and one of the reasons she came to AEW is in AEW, she gets treated like the queen of women's wrestling. In WWE, she's just another girl. She's just another lady in a depth chart full of talented women. And sorry, but Stephanie Vancouver, Julia, the Fallon Henleys, the Tatum Paxleys, the entire NXT roster, half the main roster, or just about across the board, the Beckys, the Charlottes, the Alexas, Sasha's way down. So she can go try and pretend to be the big fish in a small pond. And you're right. On paper, why would you ever leave that? But again, if you want to come back, get a few paydays, walk off into the sunset as you go to retire and such, never say never. I'm coming from a Mexican dinner. Judy, was it good? I love me some Mexican. Shout out to Geekbox. Let's go. We are on a commercial break, folks. The first little bit of the show. We go 30 strong, 35 minutes into Dynamite tonight, and all we basically seen is Adam Page takes on Josh Alexander. Really good match. I'm going to say it was a good match, but long aftermath. Thankfully, not a brawl. Thankfully, not a fight. But we are going to get Kyle Fletcher versus Adam Page, and I'm not quite sure why. And I'm not quite sure why we're doing champion versus champion. Is Tony unable to think of something creative for the TNT title and something creative for the world title? Why are we doing title versus title? Are both titles on the line? Is only one title on the line? I don't get it. I really don't fully understand it. Fletcher just feels predictable to lose against Hangman. I would agree with that. And maybe that's why you're not doing MJF yet. But I don't understand the storytelling with all of it. Don't quite understand how we got from MJF and what was going on with MJF, and it just kind of left it open door and moved on to Fletcher. I mean, to me, it's interesting choosing. It's interesting booking overall from Tony. Fletcher should be facing the mid-Carters, not the champ. Yeah, right. Again, you put Fletcher in good matches with strong young talent that, I mean, you open those doors. The proto star, the porno star, yeah. Why isn't it because he's fighting MJF instead? Thank you so much for the sticker. It's an expensive sticker, sir. We appreciate it, even in Canadian. There you go. Shout out, Mega. We appreciate you, sir. Maybe Takeshita Don Callis turn on family on him. Yeah, I mean, but you can right now. I mean, it's just, has there ever been such a big collection of losers ever? Like I get it. Takeshita's a good, solid talent. I've seen him lose more than win lately. Okada's been all but mailing it in. Ricky, who cares? Roppongi Vice as a whole, who cares? Lance Archer, I love Lance Archer, but who cares? Don Callis is a giant group of who gives a fuck. Hechicero. And they just, why? Like, how do you have that many people in a faction and y'all didn't have a plan for Hangman? And even using that plan to set up, as the Young Bucks are in catering, they're trying to sit down with the Dark Order, but they're not cool anymore. They're not cool. They can't sit there. We're literally using lunchroom bullshit. Brandon Cutler. I will say this. If you've been following Brandon Cutler on social media, Brandon Cutler is actually done some kind of cool stuff, and he's trying to reinvent himself. And he's walking off on the Bucks. Moxley, half the catering runs away, and Moxley talking to the Bucks. Remember, Moxley was supposed to be anti AEW and silliness, and now he's hanging around with the AEW silliness. Do we eventually get Hangman versus Omega again? Maybe. Well, it all depends. Right now, Damian, one of the biggest problems facing AEW right now, Ospreay on the shelf, Swerve on the shelf, Kenny on the shelf, not 100%. We're relying on John Moxley, who doesn't draw anybody. We're relying on the Bucks. We're relying on Hangman. Some of your biggest names that should be helping you sell tickets aren't available. The good man, come here for a pick me up. Editor crashed while uploading a video, lost the whole project. Bro, I feel your pain. As here comes Monet and Ume. It's fucking stupid. All right. I will put a poll up reluctantly. I still have the old poll up. 94% of you were correct. That's good news. All right. So we're getting a somewhat of a preview as we get Monet and Ume taking on Rio and Windsor. So Windsor just gets pushed aside. Though we agreed that the only reason why Windsor was anywhere near the title is that her husband is Will Ospreay. So now she gets pushed aside for Riho. And do we really believe that Riho is going to take one of the 77 belts that Mercedes runs around with? I don't know. I don't think so. What's up, Byron? MJF doing good heel work again. MJF's heel work right now feels good because of who he's up against. Mark Briscoe brings out that heel feeling for MJF because we genuinely want to see Mark Briscoe succeed and MJF's being a dick. It's that simple. Simple shit. I wish that contract worked like Money in the Bank. It did. It did, Mega. Tony Khan just canceled the stip. Up until this week, the week of All In, Forbidden Door, I lied. At the media scrum, Tony Khan got rid of the cash in like Money in the Bank. He felt like it was copying another company and he didn't want to do that. So, as Riho getting pounded by Emmy and Monet. And we're off to a sloppy start. Why is MJF feuding with Briscoe? We don't know. Why is the biggest question? Why? Why is any of this shit happening? No is Jericho. That one, AAA preview after KJ is done here. Oh, there you go. Shout out, buddy. Go check out Spads as well. Another friend of the show. And again, a man with a big opinion, but go give him some love. Women's tag match is next. It's up, and we got a poll up already. Only 57%. So almost a split vote here on this match tonight. But what are we doing? Why are we getting this tonight? Drop toe hold, Rio to Emmy. We get a 619. A very slow. They called it a 215. That's fucking rude. And here comes wins a Russian leg sweep. Good classic move. Yeah, it happens. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. I don't care. Liv Morgan is way better than Monet. Yes. 316. Yes. I agree. KJ, TK messed up Athena's cash in. It was dirty. Moved back into Ring of Honor. What they've done to Athena has been very dirty. You have a woman that you let her, over 500 days as champion. I think that's what they said, MDB, and somebody can tell me if I made that up, but I think they called it a 215, which is disrespectful. Back to Denisha. Completely messed it all up. You brought her up, and to me, it feels like Mercedes has a checklist. Okay, I need to beat Athena next. And they feed her Athena, and you take this woman that's developed all these months, all these weeks of being undefeated. Sasha beats her. A few weeks later, Tony beats her, and she's still got the Ring of Honor title. In what world does any of that make sense? In what world does that sound like good booking? And Athena would be helpful here. No, it would be better than Mercedes and Emmy. Mercedes and Athena. When in doubt, bring Rio out as all the women down on the outside. And the crowd goes mild. Jericho versus him. No, come on. Oh, I don't know, man. Jericho's the ultimate work guy. Like, as far as whoever's paying him, he'll do what you ask. So for all the running of the mouth that he had and Punk's a cancer. Yeah, okay. We'll see how quick that tune changes. MJF is all over the place. The Hurt Syndicate, gone. MJF feud, gone. And now we're trying to set Briscoe on fire. Here is why MJF doesn't feel nearly as cool as he did a few years ago. We did the double storyline with no payoff. We ran it back with no payoff. Then we went into other shit with no payoff. We make a big deal about the Hurt Syndicate. We have a contract signing for the Hurt Syndicate. No payoff. What is happening? Why do all these stories have a lack of payoff? And MJF's supposed to be working his way up towards Hangman Page, not down towards Hangman Page. Do you see the problem there? In all due respect to Mark Briscoe, I love Mark Briscoe, and MJF versus Mark Briscoe might steal the show on the 20th. But let's be real, people. Let's be honest with ourselves. MJF's fighting down. So how does it help build him up? Yep, he took it away. We don't need Jarrett Hogan. I'm all for it. I'm kind of curious now. AEW September to Remember next Wednesday. Yes, so next Wednesday on Tuesday, we have Homecoming, which is stacking up. We will be here live for that. And then the next day, we have September to Remember. And for all the fans that want to bellyache about WWE leaning on nostalgia too much, AEW is leaning on everybody else's nostalgia. That's where September to Remember comes from, a play on an old show, not their show. So we will get a special show next week as well. I do believe there's a Title Tuesday coming up. I will remind everybody the next 3 Raws, we go live at 6:30. So lots going on the channel. Lots going on with Be a Friend, Tell a Friend. We want to see triple digits hanging out with us every single night, as nobody watches the wrestling like we do. If you're given control, KJ, and had between now and Mercedes breaking the TNT, who would you push to dethrone her? It's so... I mean, again, I think some of my answers are going to be kind of obvious and nothing overly exciting or groundbreaking. But right now, who would be the good baby face to step in? You have to build somebody into that position. I thought Camille had a good shot. Eventually she turns on her, but that went to shit. No payoff. I'd like someone, if you built Sheeta, Willow to me comes full circle. And I've said it 1,000,005 times, guys. Willow should be a merchandising monster. She is your equivalent of being a hugger. The fans want to cheer for her. So she lost the belt to Sasha, Mercedes. If they come full circle and you work your way around and you build an angle where Willow has decided she wants her belt back and Mercedes dodges her like the plague, maybe you got something there. Stat's been a mess. Yeah, everyone else, like Theklar's been disappointing. So it would take a lot of work to kind of dig your way up, but you need to build a hero that's going to take her out. Rio gets the hard tag to Windsor. Wouldn't you do the hard tag to the person that is in the match at the pay-per-view? Just saying, producers. Undisputed participation champion, yeah. As Windsor flying around, big shoulder block. If I'd known I was going to be up and free instead, I would have joined. Bro, missing out on all the TK fun. But we will have you back. Our brother from across the pond will be back at it. And I actually I told the world that you're coming to a show, but I haven't told you yet. So, yes, stay tuned. Tony Khan books with his head up his ass. Again, the thing you got to realize as being Tony Khan, and I guess if you have $1 billion, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But Tony is booking for Tony. What we're learning is there's only a small pocket of the world that likes Tony's booking. Tony, his friends, Dave Meltzer, and about 500,000 sickos. We've watched it. He has whittled this audience down to nothing. And people want to play all sugar-coaty with it. But at the end of the day, this was a company that was filling arenas that are barely filling small venues. I'll put it nicely. As Mercedes with the tandem offense with Emmy, Windsor breaks it up. So why is Rio getting beat up again? We got a knee. Windsor chucked to the outside. Rio with the big knee. This is bad. Oh, another shitty knee. And they fucked up the finishing move. Look how Aubrey doesn't know where to go. This is fucking embarrassing. And Mercedes breaks it up. Holy fuck. Tony Khan, he does. He works backwards. I don't get it. I don't know if he's dyslexic, but he definitely seems to work backwards. They did Athena uber dirty. Absolutely no reason to have her face Tony or Mercedes unless the title was going to be changed. You build. And actually, the build for Tony's match was good. Right? You got to remember, Sasha beat her on a nothing Dynamite tournament match. So Riho taps out Emmy. Windsor holds Sasha's leg. Not a good match. Several miscues. Sloppy wrestling. I don't give a fuck about Riho. I don't want to see her. Anybody dying to see more Riho? I know I'm not. What the fuck are we doing? She kind of does. I like her. I just don't know enough about her. And again, if I worked for AEW and I'm watching Riho and Windsor get all this TV time and me getting TV time, getting booked, I'd be pissed right off. I'd be sitting outside of Tony Khan's office waiting to have a word. And maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm petty, but that is fucking bullshit. It's semi-interesting. The way they fucked this up is they had no plans on doing it. And then when the MJF and Hurt Syndicate stuff happened backstage, they had to go back to it. I don't mind it because the GOA, the Gates of Agony, are an actual threat to somebody like the Hurt Syndicate. I think this is okay. I'm okay with this. No payoffs. No payoffs, no builds, no. Again, they just haven't learned how to create excitement. All I can say is Rio is. And every time you hear it, it says Rio. Still to come, Ricochet versus Shelton. If you're just tuning in, Emmy and Mercedes take the L to Riho and Windsor. So, and again, another example of bad booking, another example of simplistic booking. When you throw a random person into a match, you know they're going to take the L, so it's boring, obvious, predictable. I hear a lot of fans on the internet, oh, this wrestling's predictable. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Why can't we get our shit together? What are we doing, folks? But the show rolls on, ladies and gentlemen. We are on a commercial break. I will take a second to remind everybody out there. We got lots coming your way. Don't forget, September 20th, marathon live stream as we go live at 1 p.m. for All Out. We stick around for WrestlePalooza, the channel that covers more live wrestling than anybody else out there. And we just do it on another level. We got people out there trying to do it the way we do it, but they just can't pull it off. And we appreciate everyone out there for being a part of the family, being a part of the shows. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, click that little bell. We got content flying all over the place. We got shorts going up. We got reels going up. Go check out all our content. Go check out Big Nick. Go check out Geekbox. Go check out Anthony. Go check out everybody. But we got so much more coming your way, including this huge show. Be a part of the WFU. Go get your merch. The merch is awesome. We got more merch coming your way. We're working on some things. We've been working on it for quite a while. I'm becoming a broken record on that one, but get there for your swag. Let's go. Wait, wrong time. Let's go. That one's better. What else are we going to talk about? All right. We got more coming. What's up? What's up? What's up? Ronan's 2-0, getting ready to defend some titles. Let's go. I like Rio, but fuck, that wasn't nice. Listen, when you have a spot where the person hitting the move, the person taking the move, and the referee don't know what's going on, I'm sorry, guys. We watched a good amount of women's wrestling last night. Looked a lot better than this did. That did not get me excited for Mercedes versus Riho. No, not at all. Not at all. It would take a lot more. And this isn't it. $5, $10 coming in from Spaz. Programming note, I'm experimenting. Hey now, with live premiering some of the episodes. I'd love to see the community in the chat. AAA preview goes live tonight at 10:30 my time. Thanks to Mega and Simone. Shout out. Let's go, folks. Go check them out. Rio Windsor can't let her lose before All Out. I understand why she won. And we all knew she was going to win. And we all knew she was going to pin Emmy. And we got exactly that. Now we are back getting a hype package for FTR and ENC Edge and Christian. So that is coming up. Let's go. What's next on the show? Your guess is as good as mine because we booked the show backwards. Does the 10-man tag end the show tonight? So we got a no DQ match tonight. Fuck. What do we get next? Shelton Ricochet? I really want to see AEW get better, but I'm a fan of wrestling, so I'll always watch good or bad. Listen, I love this company. I've said it a million times here on these streams. I started doing this because of AEW, because I was such a fan of AEW. I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to defend it against the naysayers. That's how this started. So I kind of chuckle anytime an AEW fan, like one of the hardcore fans, really get mad at me because it's instantly, you hate AEW, you don't even watch, not knowing how many minutes I've actually put into AEW programming, how much money I've spent on AEW programming. But ultimately, I want to see it do good. That's why you hear the criticisms. That's why you hear the frustrations. Because, again, it's not a complete loss. Fletcher Hangman is a good matchup. How we got to it is fucked up. As here comes Bibbins. I think he just said this is bullshit. That package is bullshit. As here comes FTR, no music. Why would Moxley's character even care about winning money? He wouldn't. Again, it's just everybody gets treated the same way. Why do the fans care? And again, if you're going to do money matches, you should make it a big deal. Like, if you're going to add a stip to a match, you should sell it. And there should be a rhyme, a reason, a connection. Put the dots together. Why is this happening? But we don't. These 10-man tag is the main event, unfortunately. Okay. So we're going to have a Philly street fight and then a 10-man tag, which is going to look like a Philly street fight. You're very welcome. I'm not sure what y'all did, but shout out to y'all. Let's go. Right? I wish. Did they mean to? Same KJ. I was at the first episode of 2 AEW shows. LOL. I used to spend money on that stuff. That's it, man. I mean, it's crazy. So I love when I get heat for it because I would show up on these streams every week and I would just shit all over Vince McMahon and beat my head off the wall if these fucking WWE fans don't get it. But I can't be trapped in the past. And I said it earlier tonight. As right now, Dax is in somebody's face. Maybe I should know who that is. Was it just a fan? Let me know. As FTR, Dax wants to fight everybody. As we've seen on Twitter, Dax likes to be combative. All right. Imagine the hypocrisy of Jim Cornette telling anybody to cool it with politics. He slips more anti-Trump tirades into every episode. It is so funny. Again, it is what it is. That's his choice. That's his platform. That's his audience. I really try and disconnect from that. I don't agree with his takes in a lot of regards, but some I do. But down goes the cameraman. Did we not learn about pushing down cameramen? As now FTR is just randomly beating up members of the staff. This is fucking stupid. Hold that thought for a second, C Money. I want to address this, and then I'll come back to your thoughts because I do want to add some sentiment to it. But why didn't they? Again, bad booking, Jose. Bad booking. The fact that you did their big return match at Forbidden Door against Kip and the Dragon is fucking bad booking. Again, I'm all ears for someone to contradict that. But we go from FTR, who just beat up members of the production crew, to the Hurt Syndicate in the back. Again, did that help? Did that help anything? Why are they beating up cameramen? I don't get it. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this really quick because we got lots of wrestling going on. And I know this isn't kind of where your question's coming from or your thoughts coming from, but I'm going to say this. I don't care what your political beliefs are. We don't do that on this channel. We stay away from it. This is our escape. Wrestling, being entertained, talking shit, talking nonsense, enjoying the vibes and the vitamins and all the fun stuff is why we do what we do. Take the politics, save it for somewhere else. You want to talk that? And I'm not saying you see money, but anybody else out there. And I will add this. It doesn't matter if you're blue or if you're red or if you're liberal or conservative or whatever you feel loyal to or what religion you believe in or what nationality you are, what religion, what race. It doesn't matter. If people are going to die for their opinions, you're not within the confines of what we would consider a decent human being. Anyone celebrating today or dancing up and down and enjoying the death of somebody are shameful. And I don't even think that people realize when you're on one side of the argument and you behave in that manner, all you're doing is either lowering yourself to a different standard or just proving the other side's point. Nobody should die for their opinion. Same thing we see on this wrestling. We recently had an absolute moron challenge us to a fist fight. Like, let's pick a spot, let's get together, let's fight, let's throw down over wrestling opinion. I guarantee you, if you are following some type of doctrine, some type of dogma, some type of religious teachings, some type of just standard human decency, thou shalt not kill is pretty much across the board. And again, people dying for their opinions, this is not the world we're supposed to be in. And again, I think if we find more reasons to come together and stop trying to find ways and reasons to wedge everyone apart. It is a sad state of affairs. The world is a messy place. The world needs more love, more community, more coming together, more openness, more understanding, and be willing to have the debate. But death and destruction is not the answer. Is not the way this world's supposed to go, and it's not the way we're supposed to be as human beings. Put your fists down, put your keyboards down, and find a reason to come together. We don't have to like everything someone else says. We don't have to agree, but there is compromise, there is understanding, and there is community out there for everybody. There is absolutely no reason for people to be losing their lives over how you feel. And that is my rant. Back to the show. As Shelton and Ricochet are in the ring, I haven't put a poll up yet, but I will do one quickly. We'll have a little bit of a late poll. But I do appreciate everyone for being a part of this family. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and use your brain. You might not agree with someone. You might want to chirp them and tell them how silly they're fucking being. That's fine. But when you start wishing death upon people, you need some help. You are the problem. It doesn't matter what your stance is. If you get to that point, you are part of the problem. Period. As we're getting you fucked up chants, which in fact you are. I'm not gonna lie, I dozed off during the first match. I'm not surprised. Put it that way. Ricochet down on the outside. Silly street fight. Not yet. Stokely gets 0 hose. No hose. I have a feeling we're going to get a women's blood and guts match. A lot of talk about this as, Shelton tries to throw Ricochet in the ring. They decide not to. Ricochet takes himself off the apron, and now we're back around to the other side. Dropped on the guardrail. That's the rumor. And I will say this out loud, Damien. It's going to be bad. And there's going to be a small pocket of the audience out there that will go nuts no matter what happens in it. If women bleed, great. If there's sparks and spikes and blood and guts, oh my, they're going to get off. They're going to be so happy. They're going to be so excited. It's going to suck. It's going to be messy. It's going to be sloppy. It's not going to look good. It's going to be shit. And until proven otherwise, I don't want to hear it. That's the way it's going to be. And if they book this, why would you book this? Like I said, you just did a 10-man big cage match. You're going to do blood and guts, men and women, or just women? What are we doing? But so bad. Wait, what do you mean 2? Is this also a Philly street fight? Can't be. It can't be. Holy Stokely. I like it. Let's go. FTR has jumped the proverbial shark, and after basically useless, oh, how far? They're only being used because Edge and Christian. If it wasn't for Edge and Christian, if it wasn't for Edge, Adam Copeland championing for FTR, FTR would be null and void. It's almost embarrassing how bad Dax has become, how bad Wheeler has become. They don't do anything of substance. They don't do anything that matters. I can't recall the last, oh my God, unforgettable match with FTR. I mean, I think the last one I can think of is the one against the Bullet Club. Have they done shit since that? Because I feel like we're almost at 2 years removed from FTR versus the Bullet Club. Let me know. Not the cameraman. He's probably the guy that's suing them. We'll show him. Dax will do that. Dax would definitely. Is that the guy, Tony? I'll get him. That's what he does on fucking, the minute Jake Hager says something bad about Tony, here comes Dax. Dax making sure you're getting paid. How dare you say that about Tony? Tony gives me a lot of money. Stay home. Imagine if WWE did an angle with something they were currently getting sued for. Yeah, right? Like, fuck. So silly. Another place. I feel like Ricochet is being misused. I agree, Byron, because I actually like Ricochet. I think he's fucking irritating. I think he's annoying online, and I think it helps get him over. Just book him strong. That's why I kind of like the Hurt Syndicate stuff. Because to me, Hurt Syndicate are strong. They pick and choose who they do jobs to. Ricochet can work with these guys. But Ricochet does a lot of this and doesn't do a whole lot of in-the-ring shit. How many pre-shows have we seen Ricochet on? Multi-man matches, all-star matches. Ricochet talks big game but doesn't deliver big game, which I feel like is almost an AEW staple at this point. But that becomes my issue with Ricochet. I like him a lot, but the actions and the words got to match. So if he's going to talk big shit, you got to get Tony to put him in some big shit. And I like him. I think, Ricochet Hangman could be a fun match. Ricochet Ospreay, we all talk about. Ricochet Swerve. Ricochet, we've seen it. But, I mean, there's options. This match here with Shelton's not bad. Ricochet for the win. Let me see what the chat. 50-50. 50-50. Kind of like the booking. What are they doing with Ricochet? So right now it's just simply Ricochet, Gates of Agony, taking on the Hurt Syndicate at All Out. We'll see if that's got legs, see if that has longevity, see if it goes somewhere. Ricochet talks down to WWE for how they booked him, yet he loses just as much in AEW. Not only does that, at least for the last while of Ricochet, he was in IC title angles. He was in the ring with guys like Gunther. He was in the ring with Braun Breaker. We're getting Ricochet used. Ricochet Logan Paul give us a viral moment. Then he comes here and he's on a pre-show. So how dare you talk about what the fuck you were doing on WWE programming? You're not doing any better here. KJ, since Nick and Anthony are not here, would you sleep with who would you sleep with out of what? Chris, you're gonna end up on the block list, sir. It's so silly. So silly. I feel bad. I like Ricochet being misused. It wouldn't surprise me if the main event was a setup for the Bucks to get the titles back for CC and Copeland to take the tag titles off the Young Bucks. Again, we play a little hot potato. We've seen that a couple times. So it is possible. It would be a bit of a reach, but as we see, Tony's okay with just reaching around. Pause? Do we pause on that one? Ricochet's in the Kid made sense. It doesn't make sense, or it kind of does. It was just not put together very well. Ricochet's definitely a keyboard warrior in a lot of ways, for sure. The only Ricochet has done since leaving the WWE is he started doing the Jadakiss after his promos. I mean, again, he's never been a great promo. It hurts him, but he works good as a heel. He's been good as a heel. I like the guy in Lucha Underground, probably because he was wearing a mask and never talked. But I like Ricochet. I like his heel work on the internet. It doesn't translate to good heel work in the business. But this has potential. Another long match here tonight. Again, we're seeing a lot of these 15-minute competitive matches as Ricochet with the stomp and then almost breaks his ankles. Shelton just been destroying Ricochet. Ricochet firing back. Big shitty kick. That's how it's done, son. Shelton lays out Ricochet. Samantha doing music. Has 2 songs out now. Yeah, most of the people are listening to that music on mute. Sorry. Can't make that man do shit. What do you mean? He's too disagreeable. Y'all need to shut up. Samantha doing music got that one. I personally think, and this is my opinion, I personally think Ricochet left WWE so we could talk shit and attack fans on social media. Maybe. I mean, that you do to get that freedom from the AEW to kind of do whatever the fuck you want, whenever you want. Maybe part of it, Spanish Fly. Maybe part of it was the paycheck, though. Like, he was going to get paid bigger and better from Tony than he was from the Dub. The Dub assessed him as a middle to lower middle guy, and AEW said, "Oh, you can fight Ospreay. We'll give you a year." I guarantee you, Ricochet's making bank and living his best life. So we can hate on him all we want, but the hustle worked. Olay. I don't understand why Hangman is fighting Fletcher. There's no reason setting up this random match just for Kyle to lose. I'm legit confused. Wouldn't it be better off if there was somebody that wanted to fight Fletcher for the TNT title and you continued MJF versus Hangman? I don't get it, guys. Like, we watch a lot of wrestling. I watch all the wrestling as much as I can. We see it in GCW. There's continuity. There's ongoing storylines in GCW or House of Glory. You get guys like Mason who has an ongoing story with people. You see ongoing stories, but like for whatever reason, Tony Khan's like, yeah, I know I'm telling this story, but we're just going to throw all the things in there. And I said it before. It's like, oh, here's Khan. Shelton, no Hurt Syndicate to be found. Headbutt to roll up. And there it is. Ricochet steals the win in what was a very flat finish. I'm happy they cheated to win. It was just super fucking flat. I don't like the booking. I think as MVP, monkey flip. Oh, down he goes. MVP covering up. And we got a melee. Again, we're doing a melee. Then we got a street fight. Then we get a fucking 10-man. It all looks the fucking same. What? It was a good match, though. I like that match overall. I don't hate Ricochet. I just wish he would be wise with his words. I don't know where the line, and I feel like he worked himself into a shoe, brother. But I feel like the line between him just fucking with people to get a reaction and his actual hurt feelings get blended. I think Dax, Ricochet, Jericho sometimes, MJF a couple times, a couple of the women, not as much since Britt's been gone, but it just feels like you're making big money to be on TV and you're on the internet telling fans to go fuck themselves. It seems so insecure. It seems so fragile. It feels so fucking marshmallow soft. And you can tell me if I'm wrong, but it just feels like weak sauce. Why do you fucking care? Could you imagine your favorite QB fucking retweeting somebody because they said he sucked in the fourth quarter. Yeah, well, fucking Joe Smith, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Fuck you. Like, what? What are we doing? Hat didn't work for me, brother. Yeah, we're with Hook. Hook's in Gotham City right now, sitting on the patio. I don't care about Hook. Hook doesn't sell more tickets. Hook's not exciting. Hook's not a good promo. Hook's not cool. Hook is just Hook. Another kid. Serena Deeb is, it's definitely stuck in Guantanamo Bay. Please get prepubescent off my TV. It's so funny. Lacey Lane, formerly Kid Carter, working with Ring of Honor tapings. Eric, thank you. I think it came up earlier. But yeah, shout out to Caden. Let's go. I was surprised that they got rid of Carter and Chance. I feel like they could have done something. They didn't, but oh well. Why does he keep saying his body was cold? So cold. So cold. I don't know. Can you believe that segment ended in a melee? Who's got that on their Dynamite drinking bingo card? I mean, honestly, every Wednesday we'll just tune in, and every time a fight breaks out outside of the rings, we take a drink. And the ring, by the way, I pluralized it for no reason. We'll just take a drink. We'll fucking drink all night long. It just smashed by the end of this. And again, you shouldn't have too many brawls when your last week's show was full of brawls. The week before was full of brawls. This week's full of brawls. Then we're getting brawls that are sanctioned brawls. It's too many brawls. Brawls, brawls, brawls. Outstanding. A decent match, though. A decent match. If I took a shot for every melee, yeah, exactly. As we do go to another commercial break, folks, and real quick, I think right now, I hope you guys are enjoying the show out there. About 40 minutes to the end of the show, we got lots coming your way. A word from our one and only sponsor. I lied. Let's hit this button. There we go. We share people, folks. Get yours today. And we got more coming your way. Don't forget, we are back tomorrow as we bring back the Dirt Sheet debate. We're going to try something a little new, a little old, but new. We haven't done this in a while, but we're going to run through topics, and we're literally going to give ourselves a time limit. You get your points in, you get in and out. We see what the people have to say, and then we move on. So go check out your merch. Go check out our other content. And don't forget, we are back tomorrow and Friday, of course, for SmackDown and AAA, Worlds Collide, NXT. We're going to be here for all of it, folks. There you go. Sure, Mob. Callis is again on the show. How long will the overrun be? Somewhere between 7 and 15 minutes. That's all I can tell you. And we'll get a commercial at the top of the hour, which is horseshit. So Kyle Fletcher doesn't need any help. And Kyle telling Dawn, I promise I'm bringing the belt home. And we go back to the Lucha from Michigan. My God, I really want to cheer for this show. It's making my head hurt. Shout out to that, Jose. I like it. Let's go. He feels too much Don Callis family on the show. It's every fucking week. They think they have created the modern day Bobby the Brain Heenan, and they haven't. You know what made the Bobby's family really dangerous? You know what was scary about the Heenan family? They fucked people up and they won matches. Not all of them. Eventually, the payoff, the hero goes over at the end. But the Heenan family were a series of guys that would fuck your shit up. What's that? But here comes Tony Storm. So up next, a Philly street fight for no reason. What are we doing? All right, I'm going to put a poll up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get in there, folks. Has Tony versus Sky. There you go. Get your votes in. Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you taking? Hangman versus Kyle Fletcher at All Out. Yes. So for those who needed the official announcement, it is now more than official. And remember, MJF cannot cash in without a week or more's notice. As Tony's given us her best Sandman entrance. And again, I know the Philly crowd's loving this, but you got to remember, AEW is supposed to be anti-WWE. WWE owns all this shit, owns the rights to Sandman, owns the rights to ECW, and all you're doing is acknowledging a bunch of wrestling nostalgia that you weren't around for. To me, I don't get it. I don't get it. And here comes Sky Blue. Oh. The Triangle of Madness. That's really interesting. There's a lady out there going by the Beautiful Madness. And we get a jump start, of course. And here we go with the kendo sticks. Shitty kendo sticks, but we got them. Just a silly. It's like a janitor. Cake City, baby. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is the Don Callis family the NWA is the New World Order? I mean, I think that's what they're trying to go for, that type of power of a faction. But they're like the end of the New World Order. When there was like 45 people in the NWO, everybody was in and out. There was fractures and different like fucking parts of the NWO. That's what Callis family. It doesn't get booked strong enough. That's my opinion. It just feels unorganized. As Tony's got a stop sign, plays a little guitar, smashing down on Sky. Tony Storm for the win. Tony in them pants looking. Behave. Let's go. ECW homage, but doesn't. That's what I said. You're thinking what I'm thinking, man. Stop Boston. How you doing, buddy? I like metal. Okay, I'm with you. That's fair enough. I'm with you. AEW is just rock and roll fantasy camp for a billionaire wrestling fan. I want to be the booker, daddy. That's all it is, man. And I'm okay with that. Just be that. Right? Okay. So Sky Blue staples the nipples and the hoo-ha of Tony Storm. Okay. There you go. Where's Dynamite next week? That's a good question. It is emanating from. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh, that's not what I wanted either. Going once, going twice. Next week is Ontario. London, Ontario. Yeah, I should know that. Son of a bitch. AEW Dynamite is about 45 minutes from my house. Maybe 50, depending on how you drive. Don Callis family. Ty Jimmy Hart first family. There, exactly. Again, they're trying to be that powerful faction. but you need them to be imposing. You need them to look strong, united, organized. But they don't. I like lamp. I like a lot of things. Staples on the butt. Yeah, among other places. There you go. Boston had a good time to tune in. Only in AEW, bro. Again, we're the best wrestle. Again, it's something we won't ever see on a WWE programming. Is a lady getting her her fucking hoo-ha stapled. What kind of message is that sending? Close this shit up. As far as I know, they already are on that lady. As far as rumor. Yeah. Close that shit up, lady. It's again, there's already fans out there going, oh, they're so good. Again, it's just not for me. To me, it's simplistic. It's for simpler minds. And if you think you fit that category, I'm sorry. In all due respect, to me, it's simplistic booking. Allegedly. A boot, 45 minutes from mine too. Facts. Let's go. I will be here live, remembering September. Street fights are meant to be intense, aren't they? Between heated rivals. They are not heated rivals. This is not intense. And again, the heel generally doesn't do spots that are like over spots, right? Like if you're going to do a staple gun spot, in my money, the babyface should be doing it to the heel because you get a pop for it. The heel's supposed to get booed for the shit they do. You're not supposed to have the fans go, oh my God, for the heel stuff. Stucci. Ooh, stapled coochie. For the people who have an IQ of RVT. And listen, we love deathmatch wrestling. We love a good scrap. We love brawls. It's just when you do it for no reason. And again, it doesn't offer long-term interest. Bum fights are made to be intense. Ah! Good job. I like that. An IQ of 420, I'll accept that. I think that's where I tapped out. When does MLP drop the YouTube so we can see? Ken. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. and on. So that's when MLP is coming out with their the show was not apparently it was advertised on Triller. It wasn't supposed to be. Who is this wrestling looking motherfucker in the front row? Tony still balancing. They've been on the guardrail for 80% of pitcher and pitcher, but Sky just fell off coming out of break, and now both women fall on their hoo-ha. Hoo-ha! 4 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you. A street fight with none of the weight or heat. None of the weight, none of the heat, none of the purpose. I don't know why Tony Storm wants to beat Sky Blue up so bad that it should be like this. And we go from a series of just spots. Like look, again, the heel has a sign, a metal sign covered up by a cardboard sign. I don't get why the heels are playful. That's it. Again, I said it. It's like the All-Star game being 82 games of the year. We all love a good dunk competition. I smell a rat. We got rat traps. Why? What are we doing? We got cheese. What are we doing? Hoo-ha! Got y'all in check. Hoo-ha! Let's go. As that rat face, masked up, gross human being is eating the cheese. As hand down. Oh, that was lame. Stuck her finger in the words of Nia Jax, Maho! As we are going for a spot on the apron, again, I'm sure I love Tony Storm, great wrestler. The match is so bad. And we got a power bomb onto the table, onto the mouse traps, face into the boobs. Why is this happening? This is going to be better than the match at the pay-per-view. Why is this happening? AEW were the best to harass you. These fake ass elbows. The actual wrestling is so bad. Great minds, great minds, great minds. I had to hurt. Maybe. A street sign glued to a poster. But why? You're allowed to use it so you don't have to be tricky about it. You understand like how stupid that is? You're in a street fight, you're using weapons, but then you pretended a sign was a weapon. And why? You could just brought the metal sign. They're in the 2300 arena. Obviously, they're going to do shit like this. Fair enough. A terrible chair shot. Looked like absolute shit. That one kind of looked better. The guy in the gray shirt in the front row is a better man than me. I'll tell you that. And another shitty looking chair shot. Rat traps. Yes. The Geek Box. WWE is interested in the Mafioso Valentina Rossi and KJ. How would you book Valentina Rossi? Keep in mind she has history with Blake Monroe and Kiana James. You kind of hit it right there, Byron. Is you bring in her NXT. And wow, I got one of those. She has an electric bug zapper, which is fun to play with if you haven't had one yet. Looks like a tennis racket. It is not. Hit her in the ass a couple times and then hit her in the forehead. It looks so bad. It looks so shit. Right. No, GCW does a better job of these matches. Yeah, he's disgusting. He probably taking that home and rubbing it where it's done worse. They are paying homage to it. I see no issue. ECW has done worse. I mean, in what way? I mean, I would almost take insult as an ECW fan of done worse. Yeah, I mean, you use bigger spots, but if you're going to do it well. The match is shit. That's the problem more than anything else, Boston. The match is not good. Right? This may well be the dumbest match in the history of AEW. I wouldn't go that far. We did have a Leatherface match that was atrocious. There you go. Like Tony just waiting in position, reversal, another bad chair shot. Again, if you're going to book it, make it look good. Real harassment. If you would have saw the number of AEW, if you would have saw the number of people I saw live the other day that had a particular 3 letters on their t-shirt, but also brought a bag full of their toys to be signed. Protect her cakes. Yeah, her cakes got a little sparkly. Storm. That's it. Storm 0 for the win. There you go. Tony, 92% of you were correct. But yeah. Worst thing as far as crazy stuff with weapons and spots, I mean. Yeah, I mean, I get that. As here comes Julia Hart now jumping. So yeah, another brawl on this show. Here comes Thekla. I wish I was Julia madness. And Tony's not even selling the punches. Oh, we got why? Here comes Stat. Stat and Julia fighting. So will this be a tag match on Collision? This is so sloppy, so messy. Back to your point, Boston, about ECW. This is like, and we know Tony was a tape trading guy. This is like watching the highlight reel of ECW and not having any context to why things happened You just know crazy shit happened. Here comes Jamie Hayter. Looking for Roovy Doo. Hayter and Thekla throwing punches. Big forearm. Down goes Thekla in a heap. Why is Tony the champion in a match like this before the pay-per-view? Doesn't make any fucking sense, Richard. Zero fucking sense. As now we got Hayter with her back turned to Julia. Nice trip. That match was bad. From every standpoint, that match was bad. Doing the ECW stuff is fine and dandy, but it means nothing because AEW does this stuff on the regular. If they didn't, then it would feel special instead. Yeah, and again, I have no issue with them doing the hardcore stuff, but bad chair shots, bad sequences, bad moments where you're just clearly, as we get the spear from Thekla on Tony. So maybe Thekla becomes the new champ. That'd be crazy. Tony Storm, after the run that Tony Storm has had, loses the women's title in a fatal four-way. I'm going to be a little disappointed. But that being said, yeah, I have no problem. It's not like, oh, man, we will sit here all weekend and watch the Tournament of Death or, all the cage matches, all the ECW vintage. We got no problem, but it was such a bad match. I have one. 2 count. As we go to Willow. Willow could have helped her friend, but I guess she was too busy setting up her interview. Like the stapling thing didn't bother me compared to other stuff they have done. We watched Macklin State. Yeah, but that's a whoa. No. Let's hold the phone on that altogether. Macklin and PCO did something on a pay-per-view where it mattered and they had built a story. This is a nothing street fight for shits and giggles. And again, strike me dead if you see on any other programming, especially televised programming, where they're stapling the private parts of a female competitor. To me, that's low-hanging fruit. To me, maybe in some cases, to me, that is going for shock value over substance. And again, did it bother me? Am I upset by it? No. But it's a bad look that you stapled a woman's vagina. You heard me. Fucking plug your ears. But you stapled a woman's vag on fucking television. To me, that is lowbrow. That appeals to the neckbeards. That appeals to the basement dwellers. And that appeals to everything that is wrong with this company. People will tune out. And people have tuned out in droves. And eventually, all you'll be left with are the 700, 800, 900 people that show up at their weekly shows and maybe a few others that straggle around. But you are depleting your fan base by trying to be edgy when you're just being stupid. How can you say that when Eddie Kingston covered Moxley up with an anticlimactic explosion? Wait, I need context to the first part of that. But again, absolute dumb shit. Up next, $500,000 on the line, the main event. 10-man tag. So bullshit. I hate it. What the fuck are we doing? We just had women brawling all over the place. We're going to follow it up with men brawling all over the place. My God, this fucking place needs a lobotomy. Quick. Fucking quick. Team Ops. First team. Death Riders. Now, serious question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is Darby even in this fucking match? No, he is not. All right. Get your votes in. Who you taking, folks? We got 40 minutes left to the top of the hour. We know Tony's going to run a little bit long. As always, we got to an overrun, whatever the fuck. So, yeah, hold on tight. We got more coming your way in that regard. Geekbox, but that's what ECW did. Most of their product was Carnage. So why is there an issue of AEW is based on Carnage? It's different, man. And again, I can't sit here and give you a whole history lesson on ECW. Go back and actually watch ECW. It's there was carnage, there was chaos, there was stupid shit for sure. But you had rivals, you had story, you had guys that hated each other, and there was a reason to try and put them through hell. There was also really good technical matches. There was also really good high flying matches. Also, a company, as a bad example for your argument, Boston, ECW couldn't get on TV. And when they did, they were off as fast as they were on because of their antics. And if AEW wants to be where the big boys wrestle and want to wrestle or be in that conversation with companies like WWE, if you want to be that, if you want to grow your audience, if you want to get your audience back, pussy stapling is not going to do it for you. It's just not. It's not going to do it. It's not. It's going to get a few nerds off. Oh, I can't believe she stapled her titties. So what? Grow up. It's for kids. Heather, how you doing? I don't mind the saves. Courtney said it best. If you see a crazy car accident and you're not used to it, that's one of the best analogies, Jose. 100%. And he breaks it down exactly like that. Again, if on the way home at the same spot every day there was a car accident, the first few are holy shit. Then after the first few, now they're just getting on your nerves. Now you've seen it. Now you don't even want it to happen. It's just fucking up your commute. It's 100% accurate. Jamie Hayter and her muscles. Who do I think beats Storm for the title? They don't really have anyone exciting built up. Like if she loses at All Out, I'm going to be disappointed. Oh, great. FTR. This is going to help the ratings as we're going to go FTR against Priest and Billington 2. And Tommy, not Damien. That should help Collision get more viewers. KJ, I'm not one for the if you don't like, don't watch argument. It's lame, but I'm curious what it would take for you to give up on this mud show. A lot. Again, I don't hate it all, but I can sit here for 2 hours and just pick apart the mistakes. And I don't think anybody cares. I think we've whittled this company down to a point where this is what it is. Will I give up on it? I can't officially say that. As we are getting a AEW Unified Championship Tournament. Is that not the... Is that not the... Is that separate from the Continental Classic? As now we have Matt and Nicholas coming out with their mugshots and their old music. Nicholas Massey. I guess this continues to be a thing. I just feel like the matches like this should be a payoff to throw away match. And it should be done well. It should be done well. If I got two women who can't use a kendo stick, can't throw a chair shot, can't do a spot without standing still, and we just wait. Okay, now what are they going to do? Oh, she meant to... Oh, they stood up. Oh, no, they're back down. Why are they back down? Oh, because they forgot to get the sign. That was actually a metal sign, not a fucking cardstock sign. It was bad. It was bad. It's indie fucking wrestling. That's the problem. Adam Priest and Billington part 2. Because part 1 was so fucking good, you're going to get part 2. What up? This match should be an ECW type match like they had in the Gangstas Eliminators, the Dudleys and Sandman and Dreamer. Dude, I think we're reaching for the sky on this one. Thank you again, Spaz, for the $5 super chat. But here come the Death Riders. This is so bad. Literally watching the women's talent pierce nipples on TV, on live television. Laugh my ass off. First, Tony eats out. Mercedes. Again, it's crude. It's basic. It's teenager-esque. It's immature. It appeals to a simpler fan base, period. I'm sorry. If it bothers you, it's my opinion. But at the end of the day, it's appealing to simplistic viewing. You can sit there and you don't even listen to promos. You don't give a fuck about promos. You don't care about fucking women's wrestling. But the minute you see the staple go, woohoo, 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 grow up. It's not good. And again, if you're going to do kendo sticks, you're going to do chair shots, you're going to do all this shit, do it well. They did it poorly. That's the problem. In a nothing match that meant nothing, but they're in Philly. Okay, then do it good. Right? Nothing worse than you're trying to fucking pay homage, but doing it in a fucking horrible fashion. FTR versus Adam Priest got that one. Yeah, they're going to run it back. I'm number 2 again. There you go. Okada in a 3-way now. Is he? What did I miss? How did Okada get there? And who's he with? KJ would boycott the show, this whole shebang if Jericho comes back and gets an AEW championship match in a main event. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I miss Jericho. And I'm only going to say that because there's less. I yelled a lot about Jericho shit. And since you've been gone. But yeah, I don't even know if that would do it, bro. It'd have to take something outlandish at this point. It's just watching a train wreck. Can't look away. Spent fucking 5 years, 6 years watching the product, hoping that somehow we'd get back to the way it was. And the last couple years have been a shit show. And anybody out there, anybody, I don't care if you're a former wrestler, I don't care if you're a podcaster, I don't care if you're a content creator, a fan, a random person walking down the street. If anybody says 2025 is AEW's best year with a straight face, they're either lying, they have lost their goddamn mind, or they are stupid. That's it. Sorry. Those are your options. I'm just Kendo. And where is I'll be a Tendo. I'll accept that. Are those mugshots? It looks like mugshots. It's probably like their high school ID fucking picture. I don't know. The dung box, that's cute. Rajon Ron, how do we get there? Oh, I see. There you go. I'd rather have cat videos than Dynamite. It's desperation. It feels like desperation. Feels like, and again, I think this is where they get beaten up so bad. And I know the fans desperately want AEW to their competition. The Fed is scared of AEW. No, they're not. Because they know you're morons. They know you're fucking idiots. They know that you get off on, women stapling each other's tits. Again, I gotta call it. I don't know what to tell you. I swear Okada hardly gets he is mailing it the fuck in. Who is he fighting in a triple threat? I heard someone say that the only real heels in wrestling is the Death Riders because no one likes them and wants them off their screen. That is wrong, and that is inaccurate. I think guys like Drew McIntyre would explain very heelish, cause a lot of trouble, break a lot of rules. There's plenty out there, especially on the female side. There's good heels doing stuff. As the referee breaks up, that was a classic old school wrestling vibe. Big drop kick from Bandito. But yeah, the Death Riders aren't hated because they're so good at being bad. They are hated because their shit sucks. Their leader is garbage. Moxley hasn't had a non-stipulation match in months, and he's only doing it to cover up the fact that he doesn't have the ability to actually wrestle. Even right now, he's on the floor next to the apron. He doesn't give two fucks. The only thing, and I think too many people in AEW, too many wrestlers are worried about their own spotlight, are worried about their own star ratings, their own cage match ratings. They only care about filleting themselves. They don't really care about the other people they're in the ring with. In a lot of cases, it feels that way. Your idea on who wins KJ, Canelo or Crawford? I keep mixing it. Thank you so much for the super chat, Mega. Crawford. Going Crawford. Why not? John Moxley is my Star Wars character. I don't even know that. I like highbrow. We're going, no, none of this lowbrow shit. We need some highbrow shit. Again, time and place. Time and place. But for my money, again, it is just simplistic, bullshit, childish booking. And Tony loves it. Right? Tony's the guy that still like does the old like hand cover his face. You know. Woo-hoo. As Joe working over Wheeler Yuta. We are in the main event, folks. Team Ops is the favorite in this one, according to the chat, 59% to 41%. ECW told the story to the match. Plus, people look at ECW with nostalgia. Back in the day, a lot of it got boring because they did the same crap every week. Just the odd moments stood out. Spoken like a man that actually watched the product. And that's what it is. I mean, again, they had trouble getting on national TV. They had trouble expanding their audience because when you are niche of niche of niche, you get the lowest of brows. Back to my buddy. You get and you don't go anywhere. So, but that all being said, ECW in a lot of the cases, yeah, we remember the crucifixions and the fires and the scaffolds, but there was something that led to that shit in a lot of cases. I'm not saying Paulie was perfect and everything was wonderful. They made mistakes. They had fuck ups. But a lot of those big moments we remember came on big builds, right? Guys like Tommy Dreamer was such a story-driven character in ECW. And it feels like an ECW mark just took the best of. But everybody's in the ring fighting. Except Hobbs and Brody are... Oh, the Bucks walk off. They want no part of it. Oh, Hobbs knocks him off the railing. Here comes Brody. Tope Brody. And the Bucks hit the railing. Too many is the answer to that question. What do you think about will be the payoff? Will be the Bucks? Will be that someone is messing with them? But who? What would the payoff be? The only payoff possible that would make sense is it's been Tony Khan fucking with them, and Tony Khan has two friends that are now going to fight them on behalf of Tony Khan. Because anything else is stupid. Brodito setting it up. Oh, he got there. Milled salt. And I like Brodito a lot. This match is worth $500K. I hope my favorites get that money, and then there's a satisfying payoff where they enjoy spending the money right. That's going to be the follow-up, not nothing. Two count. Yeah, again, $500K on the line here tonight, guys. So be it. We go to picture in picture. The match rolls on. Claudio, I think, is on somebody's back. I think it's Bandito. Oh, Wheeler Yuta in the ring. But we are in picture, folks. As we are heading towards the top of the hour, we'll see how long this goes. KJ misses Jericho. Oh, no. Our boy is getting Stockholm. I just, you got to keep it exciting. You got to keep it new. You got to keep it fresh. By the way, didn't someone say Eddie Kingston was coming back? Because we got about 15 minutes. Is Eddie coming back out here? And if that's the case, what does that do with... I don't fucking know. I just miss bitching about Jericho. I actually miss bitching about Jericho. Tony Storm shouldn't even be in the match like that before a pay-per-view. I completely agree, Rance. Why is she in a meaningless, nothing street fight? You give her a 5, 6, 7-minute match with Sky Blue, one-on-one champion, big win. That's it. She looks good. Thekla comes out. Sky comes out. They fuck with her a little. Stat comes out. Again, you're setting up a fatal 4-way. To do this match makes no sense. It's more violent and aggressive than what we're going to get at the pay-per-view. We're working backwards again, Tony. But we're in the 2300 arena and I want to see stapling. All right, there you go. Like, does he get a bonus for moving the staples? If I did high school wrestling, does that make me a former wrestler? Technically. Make you a former amateur wrestler? You know, in the way that Al Bundy was a football player, Jose, you'd be a wrestler. This is a very house show-esque main event. Yes. Chris Jericho, WWE, TNA. He's not going to TNA, Alan, ever. You should open up and tell us how you really feel. I'm working on it. It comes out. I'm very, like I like to hold back a little. I don't want to tell all the feelings. So one day at a time. They were insanely drunk and high. I'm guaranteeing you under both those conditions, Anthony, I can achieve better. Undoubtedly. I respect the man Joxley for that. He just follows the money. Hey, kudos to him. He thinks he's doing a great job. Sup, Devin? Did you hear WWE and TNA is interested in Max the Impaler? That's a story that's been going around for off and on for a while. I know, like, Sarah Logan took some shit for being very like Max the Impaler. I like Max. I've watched Max. I don't know how she overall, like, age and overall physicality right now. Haven't seen her in a hot minute, but fair enough. I mean, why not? Difference is Drew is a cool heel. These guys suck and are not cool. Facts. Oh, shit. Up and over. But again, we saw that spot last week. We saw that spot the week before. And I know everybody has their stuff. I just feel like we're seeing a lot of the same stuff. Dark State will be the next most hated heel team. We'll see. Some people already hate them. 8 guys just standing on the apron. Yeah. I hate the guys on one knee at ringside. We can see you. It's embarrassing. John Moxley is not good. Heel heat. It's go away heat. John Moxley is the most overrated, overpaid, over-celebrated guy in all of wrestling in any way, shape, or form. John Moxley is bad at his job. Hobbs with the hot tag. Comes in, takes out Mox and Claudio. 8 out of 10 man tags are just too busy, too many guys. And again, if you don't have a plan to make them all work or make them all do something, it's a lot of bullshit. Sick of all-star match. Yeah, it's a broken record. We say the same thing, but Tony doesn't give a fuck. If I took a shot every time KJ butchered a joke, I would be drunk. Oh, okay. All right. Good to know. KJ, we need more Hot Pockets. Let's go. ECW got boring when Don Callis, a.k.a. Cyrus the Virus, came on scene. I don't know about that, Anthony. A bit of a stretch there. Horrible. I love the hate Yuta gets. It's hilarious. It's all right. 10-man match are boring. It's like watching a flash mob wrestle. It's really, really tough to be excited for what I'm watching right now. And I'm sorry if you're all into this and you're sitting on the edge of your seat or your bed and you're fucking all fucking amped up and sweaty. Congrats. I'm so happy for you. But we've seen this week in and week out and week in and week out. Why can't you put your tag team champions in a tag team match? Not an 8-man, not a 10-man, not a 12-man, not a 6-man. Let them defend their fucking titles. Let them fight other fucking tag teams. No, fuck it. As a result of bloated roster, part of it is that, for sure. And they think they're great, and they're fucking awful. trash booking for booking all-star matches every single week. It's fucking gross. Can we please see Brodito have one back? Yep, nope. And they're trying. Oh, he's just sliding him. Claudio can't get Brody up. Finally gets him up a little bit. We got a little swing. Moonsault. Just salt with like some salt on your fries. How about moon rocks? I love Samoa Joe, but my God, that man is the sweatiest wrestler of all time. Again, he's a big man moving around. Matches yawn. One more plug. Join the SPP in 36 minutes. Shout out Spaz. When we go off the air, go check him out. Eddie Kingston in the overrun, because that's when you should bring someone back. In the overrun. Silly string. Blocked by the other Buck. They set up a driver. An asshole driver. That's what the finish should be called. I like the show, but it's the same thing every week. And I'm sick of and tired of the tag team matches every week. And the Bucks get the pin. So is it going to be the Bucks versus Brodito at All Out? The Bucks run away with the money. A fucking horrible finish. Tonight's show was all bullshit, no substance, all over the fucking place. And Brody King's not happy. WWE overused the Vision, and AEW overused all-star matches. I would completely disagree that the Vision is overused. They're your top faction, my guy. Far from overused. Eddie Kingston joins the Death Riders is kind of shit for me. I really hope he doesn't. But we got a brawl. Another fucking brawl. Guys. Y2KJ. KJ is secret. Yeah. Once upon a time. But I miss yelling at the guy. Is that weird? I can't just keep yelling about all-star matches. I need more. And here comes Darby. Who cares? Darby going 1-on-5. Oh, here come the ops. Another melee. Another fucking melee. How drunk are we now? Brandon the heel got into it with Dax. I just watched the WATNA episode Sandman vs. Raven, and the Raven got stapled in the crack. I think I know where Tony is. Bendy, let's go. Oh, here we go. Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is joining the Death Riders. Help me, God. Danny Garcia. What the fuck are we doing? Danny jumps Darby. Danny... Yeah, Danny Garcia, who, again, nobody cares about. Nobody's interested in. Another generic wrestler. Now the crowd chants, you sold out. Danny stands over Darby. Moxley circles around. All the people that were fighting disappeared because that's what happens in a fight. Everybody just fucks off. It is bad. It is bad programming. It is bad booking. And I don't give a flying fuck about Danny Garcia. In a faction that has all but drained the life out of this fucking show for months now, you're adding to it. And the crowd's mild. At best, the crowd's mild. Oh, fuck you. Danny breaks out. Yeah, just another Yuta. Another who gives a fuck. Yeah, I mean, again. And now they're milking this. We're in the overrun. And again, you guys can let me know how you feel. But Danny jumps Darby. He's holding him down. All Darby's friends are missing. Somebody thought we were getting Eddie Kingston. We got Danny Garcia. How do you feel? I would have preferred Jerry Garcia. That's just me. There's the pep talk from Moxley, coaching his little protege. Danny has turned. Daniel has turned. Yeah, everybody's in a fucking faction. TK has horse blindness. He has something. Eddie Kingston is going to feud with Big Bill. Why? Again, don't get it. So now we are going to see how the Bucks spend. Yeah, pretty much. Right? And they'll get all their video back and everything will be back to normal. They act like they got fired from their job. They still work at the company. They just don't have the title. Stupid shit. Boring ending. Yeah, boring. Danny missed the chair, of course. But ladies and gentlemen, that is Dynamite. That is the show. It is off the air. And I will keep rambling for the next few minutes. Give me your rating out of 10. What did you think of the show? What did you like? What didn't you like? What was good? What was bad? What was in between? Let me know. Let me know. And I'm coming out the gate. I'm torn tonight, but I think I'm in somewhere around a 5. It wasn't as fun or as entertaining or as well put together as NXT last night. And I gave that a 7.5. No, I gave that an 8. Melee after melee after melee, a bad street fight match that wasn't well done. Hangman had two really good matches. I'll go 6. I'm going to go 6 out of 10 today. Yeah, just again, it's a lot of this shit that I don't care about Rio. I don't care about Emmy. I don't care about Mercedes. I don't care about Hook. I don't care about Danny Garcia. I don't fucking care about so much of this. And I can hear the comments already. They just don't watch him, man. I shouldn't have to. Fuck that shit. Do better. None of this adds up. None of this makes sense. None of the dots connect. And you're just randomly doing shit. Like Danny Garcia was going to shake the world by turning. Yeah, 5. 5 was fine. 5. I'm trying to be nice, but my God, it's just a mess. It's fucking amateur hour. It's amateur hour with $1 billion budget. And it doesn't even look like $1 billion budget. You think Tony could pay some people to show up? Not good. Not good. 5 out of 10 because nobody got hurt and there was no technical difficulties. Okay. I can hear Sap saying this show was great. Of course he will. I know Meltzer filled a couple tube socks because the ladies had a street fight and then the Bucks were out there flipping around. I know he can't help himself. 4.5. Again, if people think I'm picking on the show, look, that should be a 5. 5, right? Like, again, 4 out of 10. You're all just drones. You're all just fed drones. Crappy show, 5. 0 out of 10. 6.5. Bit high. Did you watch the show? 6 out of 10. That gets a 3, 4, dull end. Was there a good finish to any of the matches tonight? I gave Ricochet credit for cheating, but it was a very flat, low energy finish. That had a brawl. We had a brawl with the Gates of Agony and the Hurt Syndicate. We had a street fight with Tony Storm. We had a brawl after the fact. Everything was a melee. Everything was a brawl. Everything was just, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all just clip show bullshit to cover up the fact that they don't know how to do their job. 6 out of 10, 6.5. There you go. Mega, we appreciate you, sir. He's definitely trying to stay in that top 3. Garrett with a 4. Yeah, again, clicked on that one 3 times. Not a 5, more like a 3. Oh, you're the best. Below average is 5, right? Well, 5 is kind of a fail. Like if you're doing, 5 is half, that's 50%. It's kind of how I break it down. Today at best is, again, it's like a C-. It's not good. To me, it struggled. And again, there is good stuff there. I like the Ricochet match. I thought Hangman Josh Alexander had a really good match. But then you get a long promo. Josh gets swept aside, and we go, there's better ways to do it. But those two matches were good as far as what they did in the ring. 10-man tag, I can't even give you an opinion on whether it was a bad or good 10-man tag. And the fans out there, oh, they're dope as fuck. It looks identical to last week, the week before, 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 the week before that, the week before this, a couple times on Collision, the week before that, 2 pay-per-views, the week before that. That's the fucking problem. It just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Zero substance, all going for shock value. Tony Storm and Sky Blue had a bad match. Not because of the violence, not because of Staples. It was just a bad match. Let's go. 4.5. I was entertained by some matches, but there was no rhyme or reason, so I give it a 6.5. Fair enough. Don't fluff up the rating just to be nice, KJ. That ain't what we do around here. There we go. There you go. Again, I understand 5. I can go as high as 6. I think 3 might be too low. 4, I could understand. I think you could talk me into it. If KJ wasn't ranting, I never watched this. Well, thank you, Jose. Even though I'm blundering all the jokes, I'm doing my best. 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Sky Blues Arch game was totally worth it. All right. To be honest, KJ Rand saved the show weekly. Appreciate the love. And again, it's just my insight, my ramblings of a madman. Raymond, 5 out of 10, mid. Very mid. Very mid. Again, not that exciting. You see Evil Knievel jump the fountain in Vegas. Oh, well, look, he jumped the fountain. Yeah, that's cool. He does it every week. You're not going back 3, 4, 5 weeks later. Yeah, you're going to go see the Evil jump the fucking fountain? Saw it. We're moving on. Right? It's no different than any other, any other type of entertainment. It's finite. It runs out. It has a shelf life. And Tony Khan right now is trying to see how many shows in a row can he do the same shit before people outright quit. And I'm sorry, if you're a diehard AEW fan and you got all the merch, and again, you're a sicko and you're so proud of AEW, are you not tired of the same shit? Are you really not? It literally feels like the same shit. Like it goes back to Roman Reigns of just missionary every fucking night, again and again. Like, come on now. Can we mix it up a little bit? I wonder how much Sapp is paid by the dub. I still want to find that out, but he swears he isn't. But my God, you never guy showing up your dude. How dare you say something about it? Put him up, put him up, put him up. Shut up, Sapp. Garcia just joined, and I expect Hook and Stat to join. So wait, we got a Callous army, and we're getting a Death Rider army. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Watching AEW is like watching an elementary school play. As long as everyone had fun. Yeah, exactly. That is so well done. That is so funny. You go to one of those fucking plays and you're like, this is all out of tune. It's a fucking mess. Kids are missing their cues, but they all had a good time. And that's what this feels like. That you got to handle AEW and AEW's hardcore fan base with kid gloves because they're sensitive, fragile, and their egos are just completely fucking lost in insecurity. 0.5 more than you is a little high. What? It is 0.5 too high. I got talked down to 5, 6 out of 10. Show. There you go. All right, folks, I'm going to pack it in. What did we leave? Yeah, is anybody right now like, fuck, man, I can't wait till Saturday. I can't wait to All Out. I can't wait till next week. What are your big holy fucks? I can't wait. It's okay. Hard to come up with. 4.4 out of 10, says Byron. Whoa, Garcia turns KJ. Yeah, so looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be fun. The Dirt Sheet debate comes back tomorrow. And yeah, we're definitely going to have some things to argue about. And I don't know if that timer, we're going to have a timer to control the argument. And I don't know how well we're going to do. I feel like it's going to be like perfection. And we're going to explode. It's going to be like Eddie Kingston and John Moxley during the fucking exploding ring match. How come Shelton can take a loss, but not Bobby Lashley? Hashtag creative control. Plus, Bobby is the leader. Bobby, technically, in my head, is the top of the food chain for the Hurt Syndicate. So you have to work your way up to Bobby. But Bobby definitely controlling, calling his shots for sure. I would see student. Yeah, well, welcome to my life. The show started out with a good match and then went downhill fast. Facts, 5.5. It's crazy. Thumbs down, Hangman and Ricochet match. Yeah, that's fair. Blundering the jokes is part of the charm, right? FTR segment was effing terrible. It's a lot of work for one person. I respect the hustle. I just can't read your context. It's king. The thing that made me quite mad about Dax getting into it with a fan that wasn't in character. The dude was an unprofessional douchebag. Yeah, and I mean, again, I think I don't get it. What did you accomplish tonight with FTR? What makes you more excited about FTR? That they beat up some cameramen? They're arguing with fans? I just don't get it. KJ, you ain't pop when Dan. No, I did not. You rewind and watch that back, bro. Watch that back. I was so bummed out. I just think the Death Rider thing is becoming a slow death, and adding people to it is the last thing I want. You guys are funny. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I listen to too much TM. I like it. But yeah, no, very hashtag WFU, no other ratings. I'm not buying. There you go. Come watch with us. Let's go. I mean, I don't blame you. That's the best one tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, and again, thank you, Mega, for the last sticker coming in. Thank you, Spaz. Go check out Spaz. He's on in a couple minutes. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the show. That is Dynamite. We are back tomorrow, the Dirt Sheet debate, where we go back and forth on some of the hottest topics. And I might actually have to reformat some things because of some of the stuff that happened tonight. Also, don't forget, on September 20th, we will be here for the marathon. Yeah, another marathon. I think we're leading all streamers in marathon streams. But we are back at it on the 20th. Another marathon stream. Plus, we have all the wrestling leading up to it. So be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. Go to our socials, comment on these videos. The channel is blowing up. We want that 10K, but the only thing we can do is continue to spread the word. The only people that aren't watching us are the people that haven't seen us. But I thank all of you for being here on a Wednesday. Come back tomorrow. Let's go. I see all the love. But on behalf of Ringsider Anthony, on behalf of Big Nick, I am Mr. Evernight KJ White. Have a good night. See you on the flip side.